Well, my husband was on a business trip. I went out for a meal with my daughter. Suddenly, the lights dimmed and music began to play. Looking around, there was a man and a woman, seemingly a couple. Then the man loudly exclaimed, "Will you marry me, Jess, Amma?" As applause erupted, my daughter and I exchanged wide-eyed glances. That's right, the man's voice was identical to my husband's. My daughter called out to a familiar waiter passing by. Is the guy planning a surprise? Yes, he lost his previous wife. He's been through a lot and wanted a grand celebration. My daughter frowned deeply. Let's check. We discreetly left our table, and as we approached the couple, our mouths fell open in shock. It was indeed my husband. I blurted out loudly, "Hello, the supposedly deceased previous wife here, and I'm the daughter." "What, you two?" The absurd comment my cornered husband made next had us struggling not to burst into laughter as we thoroughly embarrassed him. I'm as positive to the fertile and pretty 4-year-old housewife. I married Alan, my same-aged husband, when I was 25 and then retired. 3 years later, we welcomed our daughter Rosa. Rosa is turning 17 this month. It's a crucial time for her right before her college entrance exams. I had been planning a birthday celebration for her. Ever in my wildest dreams did I expect a day to unfold like this. Since your birthday is on a Sunday, how about we dine out for a break from studying? You did get a B on your summer mock exam, driving her home from her evening classes. I made the suggestion. Awesome. It would be like a post-summer class celebration. Oh, let's tell Dad about my mock exam results that day. Yes, she's aiming for the same college as Alan, but she hadn't yet been able to share the exciting news of her first B with him. Ever since the new year, between his increasing work hours and her busy study schedule, they hadn't had much time together. I'll be thrilled for sure. I hope so. Oh, by the way, there's this restaurant I want to go to. Is that okay? Charlie from my class works there part-time. I've been talking about trying it out for a while. Plus, they have a special birthday cake service on the actual day. Well, that sounds great. Let's do it. Yay, can't wait. But that night, after she fell asleep, Alan came home. I immediately shared our plan with him. How about dining out on the last Sunday of the month? It's Rosa's birthday, you know. His response caught me off guard. The end of the month. What date is that? I was stunned. Seriously? On your daughter's birthday? He sheepishly checked his phone. Oh, right. I knew that. Just had a brain fart there. Then he muttered, under his breath after checking his schedule. What do you have plans? It's a Sunday, so you shouldn't be working, right? I instinctively pressed him. No, I have a business trip that day. On a Sunday? Yeah, I have to travel in advance since it's far away, so I can't make it. Can't you rearrange? His voice grew louder. It's work. If it's that important, you reschedule it. She's supposed to be studying for her exams anyway. If she doesn't hit the books, she won't get into the same college as me. I nearly spilled the beans about her recent mock exam results. I can't. Rosa wants to tell him herself. In the brief moment of my silence, he left the living room. I wondered when things had changed between us. He always prioritized his work like this. A business trip on a Sunday? That's never happened before. Is this what the passion for family comes to after many years of marriage? But Rosa is at a crucial point right now. Can't he be more engaged with the family just a bit more? However, changing the dinner plan is out of the question. As Rosa mentioned, the complimentary cake service is only available on her actual birthday. We'll just have to set aside another time for a family dinner. That's what I thought. Or the next day, when I told my daughter about it, she was a bit disappointed. However, she agreed to my suggestion that the three of us would have a separate meal together sometime later. But that day never came. Our family faced an unforeseen conclusion on this dining out day. Nah, I was thinking of reserving that restaurant you mentioned earlier. Which cake do you think is best? They have fruit tart, molten chocolate cake, cheesecake, and even a mini wedding cake for surprise proposals. It's tough to choose, but you love cheesecake, right? A few days later, Rosa, all excited, showed me the website of the restaurant where Charlie works. Stop it. Forget about me and pick what you want, birthday girl. If I may offer a suggestion, let's skip the wedding cake. I agree. That cake isn't meant for me? Okay, I'll go with the fruit tart. Sounds good. But all the cakes look so lovely, and so does the rest of the menu. Everything seems delicious. I know, right? I'll take lots of photos and make Dad jealous. I agreed with her. It would have been so much better if he were here. He'll regret it later if he finds out what he missed. On the day, we dressed up a bit more than usual and left her home. Oh, what a great vibe. As Rosa snapped a photo of the exterior, we entered the restaurant. Welcome, workersome and Mom. Hi, Charlie. Hello, please follow me. All right. I was surprised. I'd always assumed Charlie was a female tutor's name. Ever imagined it would be such a handsome guy. No wonder Rosa dressed up so nicely. Exceptional crayons. Once seated, we indulged in delicious food and had a long, leisurely chat. Hey, is Charlie attending the college you're aiming for? Now, Charlie is super smart, so I think our paths might not cross after I graduate from the prep class. That's a pity. That's one of the reasons I wanted to come here at least once before graduating. I thought it might be easier to pop in afterward if I did. You're quite the strategist, aren't you? As our girl talk continued, we quickly filled up on food. I guess it's cake time now. When we ordered dessert, the same guy appeared with a beautiful fruit tart. Happy birthday. Rose. Thank you. Charlie. I wrote the message on the chocolate plate myself. After saying just that, he left quickly. Wow, this is the best present ever. Let's snap a photo. The moment Rosa clicked her phone, the lights dimmed and music started playing. What's going on? Could this be one of those typical birthday surprises? Oh, makes sense. How lovely. Right? I'm getting excited just thinking about which table it might be for. As we looked around, we noticed a waiter carrying a mini wedding cake heading towards a distant table. Sure enough, there was a couple sitting there. We couldn't see the man since his back was towards us, but the woman looked quite charming. Oh, it's not a birthday surprise, it's a proposal. Really, this is making me nervous. Then, in the next moment, surrounded by the hushed anticipation of the guests and staff, the man loudly declared, "I promise to make you happy for the rest of our lives. So will you marry me?" Amidst the ensuing applause, my daughter and I exchanged wide-eyed glances. That voice, it sounds so familiar. Yes, it sounded exactly like Alan. Amidst the celebratory atmosphere and the loud celebratory music, we whispered in almost inaudible voices, "Oh, there's Charlie." At that moment, Brissa called out to him as he was passing by. "He's that man at the table over there proposing as a surprise." Charlie replied with a bittersweet smile. "Yes, he is. Apparently, he lost his first wife. He's faced many hardships, so he wanted a big celebration." "I see. Could we be mistaking him for someone else? There must be many people in the world who sound alike." To distract myself, I went to take a bite of my cake. "Let's go." Suddenly, Brissa's brows furrowed deeply and she grabbed my hand. "Go where to? We need to find out. I know you want to believe it's not him, but we need to confirm." Okay." We discreetly left our table and, blending in like curious onlookers, approached the couple. When we reached the position where we could see the man's face, we were taken aback. It was unmistakably Alan. When I looked at Rosa, she nodded with determination. Her expression seemed to say, "Let's confront him now." And for some reason, seeing her determination invigorated me. I can't just watch silently. I marched ahead, blending in with the clapping, and declared louder than anyone else, "Hello, the supposedly dead ex-wife here." Without missing a beat, Brissa chimed in, and her daughter, "What, you two?" Though our dramatic entrance felt like a comedy skit. Alan looked shocked and quickly paled. "What's going on?" The innocent woman, probably unaware of everything, questioned. "I'm the dead first wife of this man you just agreed to marry, except I'm very much alive." Hearing my roundabout but clear explanations, she sat in stunned silence. The mood in the room shifted from celebratory to awkward. Explain. But the other woman, barely able to speak and with tears in her eyes, confronted Alan. In a surprising move, caused a stir in the restaurant with his next words. "Wait, you can see them?" What?" Ignoring the murmurs around him, he continued with his act. "These people, they were my wife and daughter, but they died in an accident 3 years ago." Alan dramatically covered his eyes and feigned sniffling. Wait, is he trying to spin this into some kind of ghost-seeing paranormal twist? As I was taken aback by his ridiculous ploy, Verbose suddenly burst into laughter. "Wait a sec, are we supposed to be ghost seer or something?" Like Alan, trying to drown out Rosa's remarks, let out a loud sob. They haven't faced their judgment yet by God. At this, Rosa laughed even harder. Did everyone just hear that? Okay then, let's hear from all of you. Who can see us right now? Applause. If you can. Rosa shouted this with an enthusiasm akin to a game show host. Hey, what are you? But her request was met with resounding applause from the surrounding diners. Some even shouted words of encouragement like "we see you" and go on. So, are you still going to try to paint us as ghosts? Really? I began to enjoy the situation, amazed at her ability to handle it. But I couldn't help but internally comment on how seasoned she seemed for her age. Aylin sighed in resignation. All right, I admit it. I cheated. She's a junior colleague who just joined our office this year. Wait, you went after someone from your department and on the same birthday as her daughter. But unlike you, who's always preoccupied with Rosa, Julia actually pays attention to me. Thanks to her, I felt more motivated at work. At his ludicrous statement, the woman seemed slightly amused. It was clear she wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed either. In any case, it was abundantly clear to me how shallow Elaine's thinking was. I even felt in a way that these two were a perfect match. Fine, let's get a divorce then. Are you shy? Facing the two whose moods had visibly brightened, I added, of course, I'll be claiming alimony from both of you. And don't forget my child support. But their faces immediately darkened. Wait, please forgive me. I had no idea he was still married. Right, she's innocent and you don't have any evidence that I was cheating. What about your confession just now? That's not enough. You need photos or videos, concrete evidence. At this, Oza interjected. Hey, look this way. Stop that. You said we need photos and videos for it to count as cheating. Don't worry, we've got it covered. That's with her smartphone in hand. Rosa had a smug look on her face. Hand it over. Deba. Alan longed for the phone. You're wasting your time. Look, it's not just me doing the paparazzi thing. As Alan scanned the surroundings, multiple patrons were pointing their phones at him. He let out a heavy sigh of resignation. This was supposed to be the best day of my life. In response to his muttering, Rosa nonchalantly replied, "Tough luck, though I guess that's my line. We're very sorry for causing a disturbance. We'll pay for any inconvenience we've caused. Charlie, I truly apologize." As Rosa and I deeply bowed, Charlie and the manager reassured us. Rosa did nothing wrong and don't worry about it. We'll send the bill to that gentleman. We thanked them, settled our bill, and left the restaurant. Later on, we officially got a divorce, and so I claimed $15,000 in damages from both Alan and Julia, as well as child support for Rosa, until she reached adulthood. The two of them constantly made excuses and were delinquent in their payments. Given their financial situation, I doubted their remarriage would fare well, but then again, it wasn't my concern. With that in mind, I informed Alan's parents about the situation. They deeply apologized and promised to ensure that the full amount was paid. I learned from them that word had leaked to their workplace about the affair, and both were forced to resign. No wonder their payments were late. By the way, his parents intend to maintain a relationship with their foolish son only until the damages are fully paid. On our end, congratulations on your acceptance. Thank you. Rosa was successfully admitted to her dream school. And then, here's a fruit tart dessert for you. But we didn't order this. It's on me. You didn't get to have one last time. Once again, congrats on your acceptance. Lorenzo, I'm thrilled that you chose the same place as me. Yes. Right before her exams, Rosa raised her ambitions and was accepted into the same university where Charlie attended. Thank you so much. Charlie, she blushed and she read the congratulatory message written in chocolate on the tart, took a picture, and then tasted it.